Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Devin Haney is a weight bully. He should move up in weight. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And according to Michael Benson in Talk Sports, Devin Haney had weighed in on the night of the fight against Regis Prograis 165 pounds. Now, what's interesting is, weighing in at 165 pounds, he's a super middleweight at this point. He's fighting up there with David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez, David Morrell, all those guys. And yet this guy is fighting at 140 pounds. Regis Prograis didn't even make 160 pounds. So you see that Devin Haney almost had a 10-pound weight advantage. Regis Prograis did not expect to fight a super middleweight that night. And what's so sad about it, and what's so disgusting about it, is Devin Haney's admitted that he regularly does this. He puts on at least 20 plus pounds every single fight night. Now that's disgusting to me, because you shouldn't need to put on weight to have an advantage over your opponent. Your skill set is your advantage. Your abilities, your reflexes, your IQ, those are your advantages. He could have beat Regis Prograis without having a massive weight advantage, without putting on 25 pounds overnight. This is disgusting. This is why people like Andre Ward champions and wants a rehydration clause for all of these fighters in all of these weight classes so guys can fight where they belong, because this is damaging our sport. This should not exist. Now, you're going to have a lot of guys suck off Devin Haney, kiss his ass. He's a great fighter. You're hating. He made the weight. I don't give a damn about any of that. And, these are the type of guys that, lick their lips when they wipe their ass. These are these type of guys. Now, at the end of the day, we got to be honest and unbiased about this. Devin Haney is too big for 140 pounds. This man should at least be fighting at his natural weight class of 154 pounds, but I will accept 147. Fighting at 140 and 135 to have a natural advantage over naturally smaller fighters don't make any sense. You want a cookie for that? I don't understand what's wrong with these people. And what's so impressive about Vasyl Lomachenko is he beat a guy who came in at a super middleweight. Vasyl Lomachenko, as small as he is, beat a super middleweight on the night of the fight against Devin Haney. That's insane to me. Vasyl Lomachenko is truly a great Hall of Famer type of fight, who was obviously robbed in that fight for Undisputed against Devin Haney. But not only that, he was fighting at major disadvantages, which is completely unfair to him and to the sport. We need rule changes. We need guys to have same-day weigh-ins, because this is not right. You have guys fighting where they don't belong so they can have these massive weight advantages so they can weight bully fighters that are smaller than them. That's disgusting. This is the same Devin Haney who stood side by side with Canelo Alvarez, and he was literally bigger than Canelo. How are you bigger than Canelo but fighting all these weight classes below him? It simply doesn't make sense. Now, there's been talk about Devin Haney moving up to 147, possibly fighting Keith Thurman, but that's just talk. We don't understand or know what's going to happen next with Devin Haney. It's all just talk at this point. But one name that has popped up is Boots Ennis. And Boots Ennis' father, Bozy, states that, Devin Haney better leave Boots alone, or it's going to be a major problem for Devin Haney. Now, obviously, they're welcoming the fight, and I think that fight makes the most sense. That's where we can truly see two big fighters on a level playing field, where Devin Haney versus Boots Ennis. Let's see who's truly great. Two guys at the weight where they can both size each other up. I would love to see that fight. I think that makes perfect sense. Devin Haney fighting any other 140-pound fighters don't make sense to me anymore. Fighting Teofimo for what? Fighting Tank for what? You're putting on 25 pounds against any of these guys. When Jorge Linares rocked Devin Haney, he likely would have knocked him out if he didn't rehydrate 25 pounds that night. He should not have been in that weight class. This is disgusting. And people are giving this man a cookie. It doesn't make any sense. This is not fair. Now, obviously, Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father, brushed off a potential Boots Ennis fight and wants to fight Tank Davis. Obviously, they want to fight Tank because he's little. And this is the first time you probably ever heard me defend Tank Davis, but this guy is dramatically smaller than Devin Haney. And the fact that Haney's putting on 25 plus pounds coming in at super middleweight, that's completely unfair. Go fight Boots Ennis. Go fight somebody your own size. Move up to 154. Fight Charlo. Fight, Spence and Crawford. Fight those guys. Those are really the size guys that he should be fighting. Stop trying to drain yourself down to fight these little guys. That's an unfair advantage. Boxing needs to change. It's bad for not only the other fighters that he's fighting, but it's also bad for Devin Haney's health. The human body is not made to put on 25 pounds overnight, dumbass. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.